What's up, guys? Fam. As you can tell, my face is all red because I've been out in the sun all day. I'm absolutely loving this weather. Are you guys loving this weather? You know, if you're getting the weather that I'm getting anyway. It is like 70-something degrees and bright and sunny. My dad and I picked a hell of a day to do this project. But anyways, I am on my way to Carthage. I haven't posted in a while, so I figured on my way to Carthage to get splicing wire, I would post. So again, how's everybody doing? Yes, my windows are completely up in case you're wondering why it seems just a little bit darker in here than normal. All of my windows are completely up. My air conditioning is going, because don't get me wrong, I love this weather. I absolutely love this weather. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. But I can't post and have the windows all down and talk to you guys. So, I have the air conditioner on, the windows are all up, making it nice and cool in here. Not cold, but cool. On my way to Carthage. So, the last few days have been crazy. Like, I don't even know. When was the last time I posted? What, maybe the day before my birthday, maybe? Something like that. My birthday was last Friday. So a week ago tomorrow was my 31st birthday. That Saturday night we had a bonfire. We had a bonfire, you know, some friends came over, had a few drinks. Nobody got overly intoxicated except for my mother, of course. All the rest of us, you know, just had a few drinks, just chilled out, listened to music, watched the fire. To me, that is a damn successful night. You know, my best friend Kathy and her husband Joe, and, you know, two of their kids came, along with one of her brother's kids, who's not exactly my favorite, but I digress. You know, my other best friend Chris and his girlfriend Lisa showed up with their two daughters and one of their friends' daughters. My old neighbor Terry showed up. My mom and dad were there. The neighbors across the road, Diane Wayne, showed up. It was a good night. My brother didn't show up until like after everybody had already left. So that's my brother, Vince. He will be late to his own funeral. That boy can't be on time for nothing, I swear to God. It's like he's allergic to it. But anyways, so just kind of getting things done. Pretty excited to say that the Alex Bay drive-ins are opening back up this weekend. I'm pretty excited for that. No, I'm not going with anybody, but I am taking myself. You know, my friends have to work this weekend. Some of them do, some of them, you know, they just don't want to do anything. Only one of my friends is gone, and he's going to meet me over there because he lives closer to it than I do. He lives about 45 minutes away from me. But Alex Bay is probably about an hour drive for me. But it's, you know, what's playing? The Wretched and The Invisible Man is in one thing, and then, I don't know, some cartoon and another movie is in the other. I have been wanting to see The Invisible Man. I like scary movies. I heard The Wretched was dumb, but I'm going to go watch it anyways just because I've never seen it. And I like to make my own judgments on it, but I for sure want to see The Invisible Man. I've seen previews for this movie, and it seems badass. So, that's the movie I want to see. Unfortunately, it plays after The Wretched. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, because if it played before The Wretched, like, I wouldn't give it a full chance. The Wretched a full chance. So I'm actually kind of happy it's the last movie played, because that's one I for sure want to see. Let's see what else has been happening. Not a lot, mostly after that much this whole week. I shouldn't say that. We got a lot of yard work done around the house. My mom is an absolute mowing maniac. Like, she loves to mow lawn. So she has been on the lawnmower, I feel like every day since like Monday. Today she hasn't been on, lawn's all mowed. I did the weed whack, and Dad, took care of the gardens. And let me tell you what, when you're doing yard work, you don't I didn't realize, I don't take into account how much property my parents have until I'm helping them with their yard work and property. And that's when I'm like, holy shit. But it was a good workout. Let's see. Oh, yesterday my parents threw me for a loop. Usually, even though I'm home, when they leave, if they go to town, they'll shut both inside doors, the front door and the back door. They'll shut both of them and lock them both. It kind of just lets me know that I'm the only one there. Well, I was upstairs. They had left. I knew my mother was going to town, but I didn't realize my dad was going with her. And, he's getting up there in age, so I like to keep track of him. If I know he's outside working on something, I will kind of not necessarily go and, try to get involved with what he's doing, because he's not really a teacher type. He's, if you want to learn, you basically just sit back and watch. And, so he doesn't like it when somebody tries to be like all hands-on when he's trying to do something. You just don't. I'm kind of the same way, to be completely honest with you. But anyways, didn't realize my dad had gone. I came downstairs. The back door, inside door, was open. It was wide open. So I was like, alright, well, Dad's outside somewhere. I'm gonna go figure out where he's at. Again, he's up there in age, and, my dad can work circles around me. I'll be the first to admit it. But he's 75 years old, and you just never know. And that, I know it shouldn't be, but that thought is just always there in the back of my head, like none other. So I try not to dwell on it, but, I always, like I said, I like to keep track of him, know where he is, what he's doing. So I went walking out to the barn, no Dad. I didn't realize he had parked the six-wheeler out back of the barn, because I didn't see the six-wheeler. So I was like, oh, it must be he's up on the hill. So I took a hike up the hill, and I'm yelling to my dad, and I'm yelling to him, and I'm yelling to him, and yelling to him, and he's just not answering. So I instantly panic. You ever have those moments where, you think somebody should be where you think they are, and they're not? Or at least they're not responding, especially with how old my dad is. I know it sounds morbid, but my dad is literally going to be the guy that either A, dies in his sleep, or B, is going to be somewhere with nobody else around, and he's just gonna drown. Legit. That's how I feel about it. And I know that sounds morbid and creepy, and I should not think that way, but I do. It always scares me. I've always had that worry. So I'm climbing this hill out back of their house on their property, and I'm kind of starting to freak out because I'm yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling to my dad, and he's not responding. Actually, you know what? I'll stop it nice and easy and grab this. And nothing. So I searched the entire fucking hill for this man. Nothing. Not up there. I don't hear the six-wheeler. I don't see the six-wheeler. It is not until I'm coming down off the hill that I see the six-wheelers out back of the barn. But I don't see my dad. So, again, back into panic mode. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Where is he? So I go running down the fucking hill, and, I'm fat, and I'm a smoker, so, running is not exactly my favorite thing to do, but I'm nervous. I'm scared. My mom's gone to town. God knows when she'll be back. And Lord knows that woman don't answer her phone for shit. Don't even know why she's got it, to be honest with you, half the time. But I'm in panic mode. So I go running down the hill. And I'm looking out back at the barn. I'm looking out in the other part of the field. I'm searching everywhere for this man, yelling to him, and nothing. Not a fucking thing. So finally, I see my mom's car pull in the driveway. So I go running over to my mom to let her know, like, I can't find Dad. I don't know where the hell he is. He's not responding when I yell to him. Like, I know he's getting a hard of hearing, but it shouldn't be that fucking bad yet. And my dad gets out of the car. Motherfucker. What? Motherfucker. So I'm just kind of looking at him, and he's like, what's wrong with you? What happened to you? So I told him, I said, I've been searching all over your goddamn property for you because I didn't know where you were. I was yelling to you, and I wasn't getting any goddamn response. I didn't know that you went with Mom and Dad because you went with Mom. I was like, because you guys, if you're both going, you usually shut the doors. Well, you didn't shut the back door, so I thought you were still home. So they're laughing at me. They're straight up fucking laughing at me, and Dad's like, Jesus Christ, I'm not that old. You're 75 years old, man. Like, sorry that I have that fear. Like, you've literally, like, you've outlived my grandfather, which I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, but, my parents have 19 years in age between them. So, like, my dad was not that far off from how old my grandfather on my mother's side was. So yeah, that creeps my head. Plus, my grandfather on his side, my grandpa Newton, made it to like 67 and then died. My grandmother on my father's side was like 40 something. 50 something, maybe, when she died. So my dad is completely exceeded. Like, he's outlived one of his brother-in-laws. Like, yeah, as far as I'm aware, all of his siblings are still alive. Helen's a little iffy, I don't know. Anyways, I don't really care either where she is or how she is or whatever. I've never met the broad. And I've heard nothing but terrible things about her. And I know that sounds wrong, and I don't mean to judge people, but especially people I don't meet or I've never met. But she hasn't made an effort to see me, so I'm not making an effort back. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that was my adventure yesterday. On top of having to go to town to get some shit. Today, mind you, also yesterday, I forgot, I'm sorry. My dad and I haven't been vibing very well. And what I mean by that is, yesterday, my dad and I got into kind of a, not necessarily a pissing match, but we kind of got into an argument. My dad is very old school, very, very old school. And I am clearly of this generation. So my dad and I, we just don't see things eye to eye most of the time. Most of the time though, he lets shit go. Just like his ways, I just kind of let it go because that's him, whatever. But there's some things that we just, nope, he's not having it. There's some things that he does and I'm just not having it. That's just how we are. So yesterday we kind of got into an argument over the dumbest shit. The dumbest shit. However, I am my father's daughter. I have his temper. Like, legit. I have his attitude. I have his temper. Like, legit. So, he starts bitching and moaning with me about something that he doesn't agree with. And I'm trying to understand, and because I'm still not agreeing with him, like, it just turns into an all-out fucking war. So it basically, by the end of it, we were fucking yelling at each other, both sides of the temper fucking flaring. Sorry. And that's whatever. So today, he's, we gotta build dog kennels for these dogs, because it's summertime. They're gonna want to be outside all the time, which I'm okay with. Everybody's okay with, but we just don't have enough chains, I guess. So Dad says we're gonna build a dog kennel. I said, all right, have fun. I'm still a little stewing over the shit that happened yesterday, but apparently he's over it. So I'm like, all right. He says, oh no, you're helping. Well, yes, Dad, I will help you. Thank you for asking. I'm not a kid anymore. You ask me to do shit. You don't just tell me to do shit. But whatever. Again, just let that part go, because he is who he is. Whatever. So we start building this dog kennel. We're putting posts up, and like, I shit you not, one of my friends drove by and saw that my dad and I were outside together working on something, and I shit you not, he texted me and was just like, have you two started fighting yet? Because everybody that knows me and knows my dad and knows my mom knows that my dad and I very rarely, and I mean very rarely, can work on a project together without a fight breaking out. We have done one project in my entire life together that we did not fight a bit. Not a single fucking bit. Not a bit. That obviously didn't happen until I was an adult. But either way, it did not happen. So my friends know that I'm probably, if I'm working on a project with Dad, I'm either A, going to be in the shittiest fucking mood after, B, ready to rip everybody's fucking head off, or C, my dad's basically in that state. But we've been working on this dog kennel. We got the posts up, we got most of the fencing up. Like I said, I gotta go get some splicing wire. And so far, no arguments have broke out. Had slight disagreements, but nothing to the event of us raising our voices at each other. So there's that. I can't believe it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon already. So now I'm telling you this because, like I said, I'm going to get splicing wire. My dad says we need splicing wire that is softer than this, but this big. I've never had to buy splicing wire. It's always been provided when I've, worked on the farms or whatever the case may be. It's always just been fucking provided. So I'm like, all right, how hard can this be? And now I'm sitting here almost to Agway, and I'm like, I bet this is the turning point. My dad and I have gotten along pretty fucking well all day today on a project, and this I feel is going to be the turning point, because no, he won't come with me to make sure I get the right shit, because he knows that I've never had to buy this shit. No, he's not going to come with me. He's going to send me, so that way I can fuck that all up, and then he has a reason to completely rip me a fucking new one. Mind you, my dad's not like this all the time, but it never fucking fails. Every project he sends me to go get something, and I never get the right fucking thing first off that he wants, and a fight breaks out. That is my life with my father. But I like working on projects with my dad, whether we fight or not, because, well, he's my dad, and, you know, I know he's not going to be around forever, and, you know, he drives me nuts, but I don't know what I'd do without him, to be honest with you. Could you be any more over in the other lane, bro? Woo, Agway is popping today. So let's see how this goes. I'm about to pull in Agway. I'm pulling in right now. So let's see how this goes. I'll keep you posted.